In most CI systems, results are provided to engineers as log output. However, engineers are always looking at the results in their browser, which is capable of displaying much more richly formatted information. I'm going to show you how to stop sifting through log files and get more direct insight into failures with Mint's Semantic Outputs. To show you how Semantic Outputs work in Mint, I'm going to write a test. I'm going to use Ruby, I'm going to use rspec, and I'm just going to write a simple test that fails. It does not work, and let's say expect 1 to equal 2. All right, so great failing test here. I'm going to run this locally just to make sure the test fails. That's great. And now let's get this into a Mint task so that I can show you how Semantic Outputs work. We're going to need this file to be available within our task. Normally it'd be in your repository. I am going to put it into a gist to make it available. And let's see, this was foospec.rb. There we go. We'll create this gist and we'll use this as our makeshift Git repository. So let's actually write our Mint task definition now. So the first thing we'll do is we will clone the repository, and we'll say call mint git clone, use the latest version of the mint leaf with the repository, and we'll give it our gist, and we'll clone main. We're gonna need Ruby installed, so let's make a task for that. We'll call mint install Ruby, so the latest version of that leaf, and install the latest version of Ruby. And of course, we're gonna need rspec available. I'll just call this gems. Usually we'd be using bundler or something, but in the interest of the demo, I'm just going to install this inline and say gem install rspec. And now we should be able to run our script. So let's say key tests. We're going to use code, the gems, and then to run this, we will say rspec foospec.rb. Now to get semantic outputs, we need to serialize the output in a format that Mint can understand. So we're going to say format is JSON, write this to rspec.json. And then we'll specify our outputs here, do test results, and you can have an array of these. You just have one, we'll say rspec.json. So this should be good. We'll clone our repository, install Ruby, install the gems, and then we'll be able to run our tests and see what happens. Let run file tasks. We'll open our browser. So this kicks off here. We'll see Ruby is installed, our gems are installing, our Git repository is cloning, and then our tests will run. There it is. So our task failed because our test failed. But you can see, like, I don't have to scroll through a bunch of logs here. I just get my test failure. It shows up directly in the Mint UI. I can see the full stack trace. But especially if you have a lot of failures, and if you have a lot of failures across multiple tasks, this is just a much more actionable way to get insights into what went wrong with your build.